So every year up in West Virginia at the old state prison in Moundsville, they have a huge tactical convention, a mock prison riot, where corrections professionals from all over the country come together to learn best practices. While I was there, I took a seminar on unarmed knife defense and ground fighting. So two separate seminars, both over about 4 or 5 hours apiece. And the instructor there was Paul Clark of Wartac Systems. Now, if you want to learn how to protect yourself against a knife attack when you don't have anything, a good place to go would be a correction officer. So Paul is a martial artist. He's been doing it for a long time, but he's also an investigator with the West Virginia Department of Corrections. So in this seminar, I learned a lot, had a good time, and met a very good instructor. I went back and looked at his YouTube channel, and there was a lot of things that I'm going to try. He was talking about how to simulate, the fight or flight response where fingers turn to flippers because you lose gross motor skill. And he did that by plunging his hands in ice water, pulling them out, and then shooting his pistol. Because, once again, ice water turns fingers into flippers. So anyway, I'm going to put some clips of some of his techniques. Now, I've got 10 hours of video. And so I just cut it down to a couple of minutes just to show you the kind of personality that Paul has and some of the cool things that he shows. I wholeheartedly suggest you check out his YouTube channel, and if you're up in West Virginia area, to go to some of his classes. You can't beat it.
A lot of different things you can do from here, but one of the simplest is just to switch to that 2-on-1 move going around. Okay. From here, moving around, and all I'm going to do is bring this across and go right to our other position. Okay? I don't know what the situation is. Obviously, I want to keep that reactionary gap. We already talked about that last time. Okay? That gives me time to react to what's going on. Do you always have that reactionary gap? No. Now, in reality, we don't do it. Prisons, a lot of our facilities are small or tight quarters. You guys out on the streets, you go to a domestic, you go in somebody's living room, there's trash everywhere, there's tables. You don't have all this space all the time. Obviously, we want to keep good positioning when we don't have that distance. If I'm taking an inmate on a transport and I'm in an elevator, put his nose in the corner. So you know when he's turning around, he's about to do something, you got control. But we don't always have that option, depending on the nature of the contact. Okay? So what I do want to have is anytime I'm in proximity to someone, I want to have my hands up in some way. Okay? I don't want to start from here. Right? I definitely don't want to start from here. Right? Places. So I can do this in a real natural way. You notice 1 foot forward, my hands up, I'm rubbing the back of my hand. I'm in a fighting stance without being in a fighting stance. All right? So that's where I want you to start each time. Make sure your hands are up in some fashion. You're talking, you're moving, whatever. This is a little close, but I want you to be close to get that speed on you. So as I'm standing here talking, what Pat's going to do, what my partner's going to do, is he's going to lean forward at the waist, then lean down, and he's going to move straight into me with his shoulder. Okay? That's what I want your partner to do. Don't go so hard that you blast the guy to the ground, because we don't have mats, we don't have all these things. We're just trying to learn this technique. Okay, so go slow and easy. What we're going to do for defense is use our forearms to keep our hips away. Okay? Because I'm standing here talking to him, he comes in, I'm going to put that forearm in and I'm going to get my butt back. Okay? I need to have a distance between my hips and his body. So I have this forearm in, and the bone here is what's going to keep him away. Okay? I'm just keeping this stiff and slightly beyond 90 degrees so he has something to press against. If I let this get crushed in, he's going to have my legs. Okay? So I have to keep that into him, and I have to keep my hips back and away, my feet away. All right? So as he comes in, go ahead and drive forward, and I'm here. Okay? I let him push me back. What a lot of you are going to do is you're going to base out real hard, and he's going to crush you if he's coming in hard and fast. Okay? Even if you base out immediately, you've got to get light on your feet right away, because even if I'm bigger than him, he has momentum on his side. He has the inertia coming. He's already coming in. If I just try to use strength, he's going to overwhelm me. Okay? So I have to let him move me. Now, I don't want to go back for very long because I don't know what's behind me. There might be obstacles, whatever. But I do need to let him push it back. So he comes in, from here, he drives it forward, and then as soon as I can, I sidestep, let him by. Okay? Is there other things you can do? Absolutely, and we'll look at those. But that's our first starting point.